So last weekend I spent 3.5 days at Britain Uli meeting, which is the annual meeting for Quakers in Britain and Religious Society friends to look together at an issue. And the issue that we were looking at was that about inclusion and breaking down barriers to people of all backgrounds being part of Quaker community, particularly in relation to, I would say, colour. There aren't many black people within the Religious Society of Friends. There was numerous ministries over that time, but the one that stands out and that I've got time to say, because there's low storage on this phone, was of a black woman who ministered during a time of what's called worship, in which, in answer to a series of questions that we were all given on an overhead, she said, or part of what she said was, "This is not my stuff." What she meant was looking at the issue of racism and the effects of racism. In a sense, I mean, I'm saying what I think she was saying and what I discern she was saying. I don't know her and I haven't spoken to her, but we all take our own interpretations, and I'm open to mine being wrong. But what I did take from it was, it's for the person who's perpetuating the racism to deal with their own racism. Now, of course, the effects of racism can be death, in that phrase, murmur to murder, particularly thinking of Stephen Lawrence's murder as a black youth. So the effects of racism can be very real in people's lives. But as I say, my discernment was that she was saying, as a black woman, she has to get on with living, and it's not her stuff to deal with, so she just gets on with living. And there is obviously a truth in that, is that we can't allow other people to determine who we are. We must live our lives to the full. Nonetheless, then, it requires us white people, particularly as we're looking at it in the Religious Society of Friends, to deal with the prejudices and indeed the racism that exists within us, which is part of a cultural story that no doubt has been part of most white people's lives since their youth. Not all, but I'm sure most, and including mine. So it's really for friends, white friends, to deal with what one man called the rubbish. And I'll probably have to end there, otherwise I'll be running out.